All right. This is I'm live. This is gonna be real quick. So I should have probably done this with my phone instead of with StreamYards. Now this grandma chick, Olivia R, who's been trying to troll me for the last, I say, 2 or 3 years, and I guess she's latched on to SYSBM as a way to get my attention. So what was it today? Yeah, today I uh, was going through my recommendations, and she popped up as a, you know, as a mention with a post by Willie D, and then she had uh, I think she had a stream code. It would buy, put your name here. They put your name in the title, me and Gab's name in the title, and I guess to draw viewers or whatnot. But should black women divest? So I listened to a little bit of it, and there was a little to no argument, you know, because she doesn't speak well, and she's not the paragon of intellectual virtue. Let's put it that way. So I listened to a little bit of it, and I'm sorry, I can't listen to 85s talk for too long, especially 85 women. I can't listen to them talk too long for too long. So I don't deal in straight gossip for too long. Anyway, so she's running. I get a little notification. She's running a live stream and talking about beta males and their fifis. And I guess she's talking about. I guess she's talking about because I actually put a post. It said Olivia DeGorico, please read a book, right? And I guess guys went over there and they commented on her video. And so I poked my head into her live. I just poked my head into her live stream, right? And I made a couple of comments. I went over there to troll and rattle the cage a little bit. And she wants to do a debate with me. She wanted to do a debate with me. Hey Ash, what's going on? She wants to debate me because in her mind, me and her are intellectual equals. In her mind, me and her are intellectual equals. And she got kind of upset when I laughed at her. So I asked her what book did she read, and that put her on the defense. uh yeah, I'm talking about RBR's grandma. Or Reg the bad guy's grandma, because that's the sector of YouTube where they're at. Normally I don't go over there because they give me a headache. So I poked my head in there for like maybe 5 minutes and put a comment in there to let her know that I saw it. She had to know I saw it because I put a community post with her name in it, so she know that I saw it. But she says she's trolling me to get my attention because she wants to debate me, and she says I'm afraid of her, afraid of not debating her. So I said, "Oh, okay, I'll fire up the live stream. You come on over." Oh, I can't come over to your channel because I don't want to get ambushed. But you're a badass and you're afraid of getting ambushed. Okay, said fine. You're already on. She's doing a live stream. She's already up. Okay. She's already up running her mouth. I said, okay, it's your channel. You fire up the stream yards and we'll do it now. Oh, I have to get my sleep. Talk to me after Wednesday. I said, I'm not making a date with you. If you're an intellectual equal, you should be ready now. That's what I said. Well, if they want to debate, that's fine. But I was just messing with her. I was just rattling her cage, and I put her on a spot. She said I was afraid. Okay, I'm afraid. Let's do it now. Oh, I got to get my sleep. Oh, I can't do it over at your channel. Oh, oh, you stay up all night. I don't. You got to give me a time where it's up in the daytime. Girl, please, we'll go by. Now, don't worry about it. Olivia, if you want to go look her up, man, I could care less about her having any kind of views. If you guys want to go over there and view her, the females want to go over there and view her, fine. I think it's Olivia the Oracle. If you guys really want to go over there, I'll give you the link. It's hilarious, man. It's a it's a it's almost like a gossip channel, but it's a bad one because she's like the female version of Reg the bad guy. How's the baby, Ash? Uh yeah, she want to face me because in her mind she's my intellectual equal. She said, "Don't let the accent fool you." It's not an accent. I know plenty of people with southern accents and that are um actual highly intellectual. I mean, some of your famous intellectual writers come from the South. It has nothing to do with the accent. You you just you are uneducated. That's all it is. Yeah, she says she's my equal. She is ghetto. And she's okay, she's a country strag, okay? That's in my opinion. And I've met uneducated country women like that. And they think that because they got past high school that they're highly educated, and they're not. Uh, Reg the bad guy is cool. Well, that's up. Well, if you like Reg the bad guy, that's fine. But what is Dinka? What does Reg the bad guy do? What is his claim to fame? What does he do? What does he do? I have no idea what her. He reports. No, he reports YouTube news. Okay, he's a gossip. Okay, he's a gossip. There's plenty of there's news all over the world. He's a gossip. That's what he does. That's what she does. Oh, ain't nobody getting roasted, Kendra. It's just I'm just cracking. I'm just laughing. I just had to put this out in public because she wants it. She's been trying to get me to debate me. Okay, she's trolling me to get me to come over and debate her. Now I have a Twitter. I got an email. Okay, if if she knows what I look like, because everybody's seen that video of me and my boy actually doing a talk about economics and global politics 10 years ago. And she even talked about, well, I know you were docs a long time ago. I saw you sitting in the chair talking about whatever it was. She couldn't even explain what I was talking about. So, but she's my intellectual equal. Odinga, he gossips. Okay. That's what he does. It's a gossip channel. He gossips. That's what Reg the Bad Guy does. He's been doing that. Reg the Bad Guy's been around on YouTube longer than I have, doing the exact same thing that he's been doing. So how come he has 700 subscribers? And it's fine if you like him. Adinga, do you want to come on and explain to me what Reg the Bad Guy does and why you like him? Because I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. If you guys wanted to really know the news, you guys could subscribe to all the people that he talks about, and you know it just like he does. He does. Yeah, he is. I've said I have no problem with Reg the bad guy, but I'm saying is him and Olivia are do the exact same thing. They talk about what goes on YouTube. Yeah, I hope he does. I ain't got no problem with Reg the bad guy feels a need. Okay, I suppose a commentary about YouTube commentary or commentary about a proposed YouTube beef or foible that you didn't catch. Okay, he consolidates the news. He consolidates what news? Okay, well, what's the difference between Reg the bad guy and Olivia?
Sorry, I don't understand, but I found something similar. Do you want to know what strain is?
Google's trying to give me a definition of Reg the bad guy. What strain is he? That's messed up. Google, you are not nice. He's not a strain. He's a human being. I don't. I thought Reg the bad guy would have crossed over a long time ago. But hey, it is what it is. No, it was actually Google that was uh, trying to compare Reg to a strain of bacteria. I had to correct her. Reg the bad guy is not a strain of bacteria. He's a human being. Oh, Olivia is more negative. Okay, so Reg the bad guy is negative. Well, Olivia is more negative. Okay, all right, I got you. There's levels to this shit, right? Why do you, I want Odinga? Why do you like him? That's what I wonder. All the guys that like Reg the bad guy. Why do you like him? Because I'm not quite understanding. Because I'm not. I'm curious. Because you guys keep this stuff going, and when you guys give them this kind of attention, this kind of negative stuff kind of keeps going. Oh, Reg is entertaining. No, well, yeah, okay, he's entertaining. Why do you find this kind of stuff entertaining? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Ah, don't be pissed. Don't be mad at me, Ash. Hey, spiritual logic. Because people like Olivia and Reg and a few others, they all kind of coalesce in the same area. I'm not gonna say what I really think, but in the same area. And I got a name for them. I got a name for this sector, but I'm not gonna. I'm not trying to start a beef. But I'm wondering why you guys keep this stuff going. No. Each state will be sovereign to itself. No, it can't happen that way. If that happens that way, then the United States would officially break up. Hey, cocaine, what's going on? He lets everybody on though. Oh, Dinga, I dropped the link for everybody when I do a hangout. I dropped the link for everybody. Reg could when I used to I for 4 years I had my same panel every week at the same time, and Reg the bad guy is not banned. He could have. I dropped the link for everybody. Reg the Bad Guy could have come on if he wanted to. Anybody that really wants to come on to my channel can come on to my channel. Ask the trolls. Odinga, what does he talk about? When you talk about other people, that's gossip. And if then I guess there's a sector for that. I'm not arguing that there shouldn't be a sector for it. I'm just wondering what draws you guys to Reg the Bad Guy. Yeah, she's fine. So evidently, I check her Facebook once in a while. So far she's doing all right. So no, if Dodinga wants to come on and explain to me why Reg is, you know, I didn't say anything good or bad about Reg. I just said they do the same things. But he says Olivia's more negative because is actually on his channel. I do believe she's been on his hangouts. Well, that's not the question I asked you, Adinga. Why do you go to these gossip sites? Do you peruse Olivia's site too? Oh, okay, all right, okay. I mean, I don't mind. If she wants to do it, I could. She says she wants to do it on her channel. If people get views and subs because my name is attached to it, I have no problem with that. I don't care one way or the other because his house is painted blue. Hey, fitness mom, what's up? You never go to Olivia's channel, okay? I mean, Reg is like has been around for so long that everybody knows him. I don't think I've ever, I don't think I've ever talked about Reg the Bad Guy in about in the 5 years that I've been over here on this side on this sector. I don't think I've ever talked about Reg the Bad Guy. Reg is one of those people that comes with the furniture. You move in, um, you remember we went to place and he's just there. Okay, he's like the he's like the wall heater or the central heating duct or whatever. He's just there. So whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, he's just there. It's part of the neighborhood. No, what really brought me back is that well, I actually explained it in my last hang on. What really brought me back is that because I've been going on guest panels and stuff like that, and I was on a guest panel and Gab did like 4 videos off the same thing, and he threw down the gauntlet about SYSBM. So they threw down the gauntlet that they're gonna come at me with SYSBM and that kind of stuff. So I said I accepted the challenge. So that's why I'm back. And you thought Ridge was a bad guy, but when I saw him, he's the opposite. Okay, all right. Ridge the good guy. Okay, why? All right. I I don't have any opinion about Ridge one way or the other. He's I don't get it. Anyway, that's why I was asking. Uh, yeah, yeah, it is what it is. Everybody says they're glad I'm back. I'm not gonna be into it like I have been into it. In fact, I'm supposed to be um, working on some more stuff for my Patreon page. I'm behind on some books. I need to hack it and get these next two segments out on Churchward's book and Curry's book. That's what I'm supposed to be working on. But I just had to do this publicly with Olivia. So I'm gonna go about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna bounce off of here. It's just I'm just laughing. Like Beetlejuice. Yeah, yeah. You guys been brought me back because you guys have been constant. BGS come back. BGS come back. We need your information. Unlock your stuff. Well, I said last night, January 1st, I'm just gonna put everything back on public again. The Watchmen series. Okay, my take on I probably do need to do some breakdowns on the Watchmen. A little bit more from an esoteric point because the images were more important than the storyline, and a lot of stuff that they talk about, it needs to be studied because the images they put out, there's a reason they put these particular images out along with this particular storyline, and it's really not about telling the story. It's about projecting a certain a group of images about the Klan, white supremacy, or white power, about reparations. There's all this stuff is kind of mixed in, along with homosexuality. All this kind of stuff is actually blended in. Everything that you can think of is that's going on in modern times is actually wrapped up into that series, and they said that from the beginning. It's about addressing and projecting their opinion about issues and less about a storyline. Yeah, it is. It is going to be talked about because oh no, I'm saying there's if they want the real content, going forward. Um, they don't want the real content going forward. Um, that's where the real stuff is going to be. There's a lot of this stuff that is hard hitting that it's never going to make it to public YouTube. If I do it from an esoteric point of view, since I'm trying to incubate and foster other people's channels and attention because I think they're worthwhile. If I do it, it's probably going to be on Artisan MCs. I'm actually going to do those kind of reviews through his channel because I think Artisan is actually brilliant, in my opinion. He's educated, he's knowledgeable, he's brilliant, and I want get him more attention. In fact, he's getting more attention from white people than he is from black people, and I think that's sad. But if I do it, that's where you're going to look out for. But the thing is, anything that I promote or put up will be on my community page, even if it's on somebody else's channel. So look out for that. Same thing with Dr. Johnson. So anything I do that has to do with some of that, basically some of that stuff is going to be on other people's channels. Like there's a lot of stuff that, like I said, I try to promote people that I believe in. Like I just promoted, I was just on and promoted, I think it's called The Conversation with Concrete Rose and Danielle, because I think that they're coming around to understanding what the real world for black women is. It's not necessarily from our angle. It's not supposed to be, but I think they're trying to get black women to wake up and understand where they're at. Okay, because they're not acting according to what the environment is, and I think that's like I was on their channel. So I think I'm gonna start trying to promote more channels. I mean, I'm not really in it for a whole bunch of money. I'm in it so that people get information so that you can make the best of your life. But anyway, I was just on here to hey, I'm trolling. Okay, let's just the Force Ghost is trolling today. And yeah, so I went over there and to Olivia's channel and got in the chat. And she said I think we're intellectual equals. I said, man, I almost fell out of my chair when she said that. I said, you got to be. You know what? Uh, maybe I'm not enough of an intellectual snob because I have people that can barely string two sentences together, thinking that they're my intellectual equal. I just laughed. I couldn't believe it. I said, on what do you base that you're my intellectual equal? Oh, hey, force ghosts are the most petty. Uh, Turing, force ghosts are the most petty. You were supposed, I don't mind seeing a black hero. Um, then you saw the gay scene. Well, we saw the gay scene. The thing is that they're trying to do. I'm not saying that it wasn't done stylishly. It was actually very well done. The story was actually very well done. The thing is that uh, it's if you're looking at the story, you're getting wrapped up in the story. Stop not looking at the images and how it emotionally affects you, like the gay scene, or like the burning of the Tulsa race riot in 1921, or uh, the GIs, black GIs being mistreated in World War I, or the Klan in the 40s with the Hooded Justice. So the thing is, or seeing the white man being hung. I mean, there's lots of little things that are projected that you're missing. The thing is, it's going into your unconscious. So I probably do need to go back over and go through it bit not bit, but I can't go through bit by bit because, like I said, they said the average Easter egg just in one episode is like 80 Easter eggs just in one episode. So basically, you cannot go through all the symbols in the series because it would take too long. Basically, you would have to do multiple videos, multiple images, and multiple even Easter eggs, and break them all down, and it would take too long. So basically, you could actually do a whole month and just on one episode because of all the images that are in it in one episode, because they put a lot of time and money and effort to put all these things in. And the thing is, they won't even tell you what the budget is, because the budget has to be over 150 million just to put this series together. They put a lot of money into this series. The thing is, why would they do it, especially on HBO? The imagery does strike. It's supposed to strike up emotions. I could name well, everybody. The gay part is the most obvious part. That's the most obvious part. But there's lots of because maybe I'll release it. I don't know if I'll release it. I might release it because I actually did do a. I might post it. I'll post it over here. In fact, I'll post it on Artisan's page. I have Artisan posted. It was called a black pill joke, and it was about the parable that Lori Blake actually told um, during her entrance in the third episode about the three heroes going to heaven or being judged by God. That's a parable, and it has a meaning behind it that actually, you know, with the orphan brick. I actually did one of those. I'll see if I can get Artisan. If Artisan, I don't know if Artisan's in here, but I'll send it to Artisan and have Artisan post it. Yeah, basically, I'm shooting mid-range jump shots and playing mid-range jump shots and playing team defense. Imprints. I ain't about to take these young bucks head up. I ain't trying to dunk on their heads. Okay, so I ain't about going there and bounce. I'm gonna take my screen. I'm gonna find my spot. I'm gonna pull up. Uh, when I post it, I'll actually put it in my when he posted, I'll actually put it in my community page. Like a lot of my black news has gone to Art of Ibmore. Um, a couple of things, like three or four things, have gone to him. Um, I'll send the black pill joke to Artisan MC, and I when he uploads it, I'll actually post it on my community page. So check my community page. That's where it'll be. He lied to the gay black superhero for protection. No, I think it was it's benign racism. LaShawn, a good sky hook, man. You have a hook. You don't have a sky hook. If you're not a 7-footer, you ain't got a sky hook. We don't know. They probably so, but they're. I don't think they had planned a second season. I think it was a one-off. But we'll see if they greenlight a second season. But I'm sure it cost a lot of money for them to make that one season. I don't know if HBO is willing to do it the second. Oh, okay. Yeah, Artisan. Do you want to download it, or do you want me to send it to you? Because I know you have the link for it, so you can either download it, or you want me to send you the send you the copy. It's up to you. But if Artisan's right there, if he wants to upload it, I'll direct everybody to his channel. You can see it there. So anything I'm going to do as far as reviews on like the Watchmen or something like that, I think Artisan is, like I said, he probably didn't hear it, but I think Artisan is brilliant. And I think, in fact, there was one white guy that was doing reviews on Watchmen, actually copied his style. He liked the Artisan's delivery and style so much. He actually copied Artisan's background. I said, but that's what white guys do, man. White guys bite off your stuff and they won't even give you no credit. They just copy it. You want me to send it? Okay, I'll send it. Uh, put a link to your. They want a link to your channel, so put your link to your channel if you want to. But when he posts it, I'll actually um, put it in my community tab because it's a people don't recognize the metaphor, and there's images and metaphor. In fact, I didn't go through all of them. I just went through just because I didn't want to make it too long, and it was already like I think it was like 15 minutes, and I didn't want to make it a 30-minute or 40-minute lesson, so I just kind of cut it short because there's different elements that I could have actually gone over with each part of the parable. There's actually a parable. It really wasn't a joke. It was a parable, and but it was hidden inside of a series. And most because I went back and I checked and see, I went to all the white reviewers and see who caught it, and nobody caught it. Nobody caught it. I was the only one that. Oh, okay. No, don't worry about it, Artisan. They'll check the community page. If there's only one dude that had a sky hook, and that was Kareem. No, 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 no. Oh, you heard? Yeah. Well, Artisan. Know how I feel about you, bruh. What did this? I can tell you in a nut. If you want the spoiler, I can give you the spoiler, but I don't care. It's already put it out. Um, the orphan brick. If you think about that, if you actually, I said it not only there, but I also said it on the hangout I did with Dr. Johnson about the orphan brick. The orphan brick represented the black woman, and if you understand Masonic uh, legend, which the same thing is in the Bible, the rejected stone, the stone that the builder rejected became the cornerstone. Um, and the orphan brick was became God or became the cornerstone, which represented who was the orphan brick in the whole series. If you think about it, who's the orphan brick? Who's the brick that doesn't fit? Not only from a story standpoint, but also as far as a female standpoint, who's low caste, low on the totem pole on this planet besides black men. Yeah, it was on her face because she didn't understand what was about to happen, and he did. The stone that the builder refused. Yeah, if you understand, if you understand the stone that the builder refused, then you understand the joke or the parable. Okay, I'll take a look at it. If you're there, go ahead and pimp it, Terrain. It kind of does. It's Miss Universe is something. A lot. Miss Universe is, and this kind of stuff is something that's. It should be obvious. Well, to people like Prince and the people in my think tank circle, because Prince is probably my think tank circle. You already know why they're promoting this. Okay, they're trying to get they're trying to get out ahead of this. It's because by by 2100, 40 to 45% of all people on the planet will be African. And who's in control of fertility in Africa? I don't have any opinion on Umar Johnson's scam school for boys. I don't have no opinion on it. You know, do I agree with it? Probably not, but I don't have an opinion on it. But I haven't had an opinion on Umar Johnson for the last 3, 4 years. Really, I didn't have an opinion on him before that because just because somebody shows up at a dashiki doesn't mean that um, he's a conscious community leader. He has no he didn't have a track record to me. So no, the thing is, it's just, but that's that joke was esoteric 101. Anybody that's in the mystery should have got that immediately. Did I change my mind on leaving YouTube? I kind of explained it to my Saturday hangout, and I'm still kind of up in the air about it. But for right now, um, I'd say the other side has thrown down the gauntlet. I've accepted it. So since I accepted it, I have an obligation to come back in some how can I say, some capacity. Now, what that capacity is, I don't know, because when I was away for 3 weeks, I felt the stress kind of leave, and a couple of my patrons said they could feel it, they could hear it come back, because now I have to deal with the comments, I got to deal with the trolls, I got to deal with all the other stuff they had to deal with that I didn't have to deal with when I was gone. But we'll see. Yeah, they stayed up for late. I don't know. Well, I don't know whether they were who was for or against, or what they thought they were going to hear. So it's kind of, I don't know, because people listen to me for all kind of reasons. Some listen to me because they can't get the stuff anyplace elsewhere, and they can't stand me. But the thing is that they don't want to miss out on stuff that I actually report. Um, well, while I'm here, I was taking a afternoon nap, right, and I had this weird ass. I don't know if it was a dream or a vision. I had this weird ass dream, and it's still kind of rattling with me. And it's like something a dream I've never had before. But it's really about automation, where I was working in this place, and slowly but surely they were getting rid of the people, right? And at the very end, I don't know why I was spared, and they were trying to train me to do something else. And but the thing is, they had automated. That was in this big ass, I guess, facility, man, with just huge facility. And slowly but surely, they were getting rid of the people. And at the very end, before I actually snapped out of it, um, they had just a few people left, and we're all lined up in front of these, I guess, monitors monitoring the machines in case the machines kind of go offline. We're there as the safety switch, but the whole factory was being automated, and basically we were one of the few people left, and they were actually bringing in phase two. So I don't know if that was a vision or a dream, but the thing is, 2020 is going to be something. Oh, you been having dreams like that too, Mike? Yeah, man, this one's kind of spooked me a little bit because I don't know. I don't think they were killing the people. The people just disappearing. Um, but it was a weird dream. It was a weird experience, and so I say 2020, y'all watch out, man, because uh, they're like Michael said, they're lying to you about how fast this stuff is actually going to be implemented. They actually are. And I have a feeling 2020 is really going to be like a watershed year about automation and what they're planning on. Well, it might have been a vision. I don't know what it was, but is it true? My son's mother has a thing for younger men. I don't know who you are, bro, or whoever you are. No, but it's not true. She's actually married to an older man. So does she have a thing for a younger man? The man that she's married actually 6 years older than her. So you tell me. No. Lack of sex when she was with you. She was 21 years old or 23 years old when she was with me. She's actually 5 years younger than me. So when she was with me, she was only 21. And trust and believe I banged her back out. So I don't know where, if you're a trolling, you're a weak ass troll. In fact, all the women that are attracted to me are younger than me for whatever reason. And, wealthy women, for some ever reason, are attracted to me, which I can't figure it out. Thelma Bradley Miles, if you're trolling, get a little better, okay? And if that's all you got, then somebody send her an Uber. Because I'm not fucking you. I don't know if you know. Evidently, you don't even know my. That tells you that your information or your trolling or your doxing is obsolete because all your information is wrong. Because you didn't even know that she's married. So evidently, your information is wrong. You're a troll. You're actually giving information that's wrong. Number one, if you're gonna be a troll, be accurate because you're a bad one. I don't know who that is. That's one of you know who it is. It's one of what's her names, Olivia's people. If you're gonna say something, be accurate. Oh, you have an idea who it is? Okay. If you're gonna be do that, be accurate. That sounds like robbed him a kill shot. Now, has anybody heard me talk about um, Reg the Bad Guys, personal life, or Olivia's personal life, or Gab's personal life, or any one of their um, people. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I had to kill Valdez out. That's like about like women to come up on the space with Valdez is around, because Valdez bring the sword out, and I had to calm him down, man. You want to talk to her, man. You ain't trying to kill her. Uh, what on the esoteric level 2020? Well, you could kind of you can a lot of people have different people. Numerology says 2020 means perfect vision. Uh, 2020 is also could be the second phase, because two is the second phase of the, like I said, second phase of 21st century. 21st century is the age of Aquarius, so we're entering into the second phase. Um, we're basically, I think we're passing the elbow of the singularity. I mean, on the ground, physically, economically. Um, all your cash is being phased out. All your systems are being automated, and I do believe, I think the vision and the dream means is that the AI is actually in there and taking over. So it has come in and has finally started to take over. It's actually coming over and actually starting to may have started to rule over men. So basically, uh, what they call it, what they call it, the in the Terminator, what they call Skynet. I think Skynet is here. I say, what do you what I think about the removal of for the actor who played a Nazi in American Gods? I think that you can carry. Um, I think you can carry Black liberation only so far on TV, and they let them get away with a lot. And I think there's only so much they're willing to allow to go on TV. I think he kind of overstepped his bounds, which is fine. He wanted to make a statement. He wanted to push the envelope. But the thing is, got to remember, it's still TV. So, but not. But the thing is, basically, what he basically done is now he made all the past work more popular. So now everybody that didn't believe in it, that didn't watch it, that's going to go back and look at it. Actually, the first read I would recommend is the one I'm actually doing now, which is um, Churchward's book on the origin and evolution of religion, because religious symbols is how we transmit culture. We still do. If you know the symbols and what they mean, you can actually get to the underlying meaning of culture. So I think that's probably the most important, because the all the esoteric wisdom is carried through symbols. How much RAM you got in there, Craig? I actually have 32, but I'm using half of it because I'm actually trying to fix up this experimental Hackintosh. So I have a spare, my old 1700 is in my Hackintosh. So that's where 16 gigs of my RAM went. Oh, they could be mad about it, but the thing is, everybody knows the game. He wanted to push the envelope. You know what? I'm not. You know, this is not a referendum on Reg. I just mentioned Reg as a. We talked about a dinga. I think basically they're trying to win over not Black Americans, but Black female Africans. They want to inject feminism into the continent, because that will slow down the birth rate. 30 Rams is good, but you know what? I have a 12 core, and I do a lot of heavy lifting, like like video and stuff like that. And basically, you know, I don't do 3D. So basically I use maybe 7, 8 gigs, maybe 50% of the of my RAM max. So, 16 is fine as far as I'm concerned. But the 24, why you need 24, Craig? Do you develop or something like that? Uh it has to, you have to give me a sector. Yeah, I was saying, when you get into numerology, you could get you really can get into numerology and the meaning of four and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember the name of the book. Man, it's been, good Lord, we've been damn near 20 years since we actually went over the book. I'm trying to remember it. It's good graph. I have it around here. Um, it's keys to something. Um, I'll put it in the comment section after we live. I have to find the book. Yeah, I think 8 gigs is a little small. I think it's 16. It gives you some headroom. It was impromptu because it wasn't supposed to last that long. Yeah, 16 is for 4K. 16 is plenty. 16 is plenty for editing. 4K. They edit 4K video on a 8 gig MacBook. So 16 is plenty. I think for 4K, I think depending on the program that you use, I think the video card is probably more important um, than the RAM. No, it's not a Lower Straight Home book. It's they did actually two books. One from number from 1 to 11, and then 1 to 11, and then from 12 to 22. Um, uh, a real good a numbers book is Alice Bailey's. Is Alice Bailey's? What is it? The what is it? Not the trials. What is it of Hercules? Alice Bailey did a book about Hercules, and she talks about number and the steps that you go in. Numbers are, like my teacher said, a number is the uh, rhythmic unfolding. What? Yeah. What are you doing with 64 gigs, man? What is your word on semen retention in the semen retention? There's a very good book called. It's very simple. It's called The Multi-Orgasmic Male. Semen's retention is more important as you get older. If you're young, it doesn't really matter as much. Okay, but if you're older, um, every time you spit, you lose vitamins. You also lose energy, and your body is constantly trying to refurbish what you spent. So that's how come you get sleepy after you bust a good one. It's because now your body has to recover. Actually, the best for video production, actually the best card, best consumer card that you can get is actually the Radeon 7, because Radeon 7 was actually made for workstations. But the thing is that those are the ones that they couldn't sell because those are the lower end workstation cards. So the Radeon 7 is actually a workstation card. In fact, um, if you're going to build a Hackintosh, say if you want to build like a Mac Pro like uh, a Mac Pro like the new Mac Pro like Hackintosh, the Radeon 7s are really the ones that they use in the Hackintosh. I'm not a Hackintosh, but in the Mac Pro, they just give it more RAM. But those cards are what they use in it. So if you want to replicate that $20,000 uh, Mac Pro in a Hackintosh, you can buy two Radeon 7s for like $1,000 or well, $500 each, because then they actually gain better than any other AMD card. But the thing is, they're actually use more power, but they're actually built for a workstation. That is true. You do have a lot of access to Chinese goods. That's probably that's like Chinese own like 25% of California. Yeah, if you it's called Mantak Chia is the multi-orgasmic male, and he talks about semen retention. And but there's an exercise that you have to you have to do what they call male Kegels, and that where it helps with your semen retention. Yeah, yeah. It also does one for your sex life too. Oh, they can't super chat it because the demonetized. Okay. Anyway, where we at? Okay, we got 4 minutes left. So Kendra been slaying people, boy. You know, Kendra been acting like hella with the on that horse with that sword. She been cutting off heads, man. Yeah, Tahuti. There's a lot. Yeah, Hermes is based on Tahuti, amongst other people. But we'll go over that in Churchward's book. He actually goes up. Tahuti's actually later on in the in the evolution of religion. Yeah. Kendra's been the Crimson Cure. Yeah, the Crimson Cure has been a Cash App a question. What's up, Art? But a lot of this stuff, a lot of stuff. If you really want to learn about religion and esoteric religion, you're probably going to have to join the Patreon. If you join the Patreon, we're going to go through a lot of that stuff because I'm going through Curry's book and I'm going through Churchward's book, and a lot of that stuff compares. Okay, a lot of your answers will come to light because you're actually going to know the root of where it started, and then he actually always links back to the previous person. Like we just went through. They talk about the tribal, the what do we call the cross sticks that the leader of the clan and leader of the tribe carried that actually represents a representation of the power of God on earth, which turns into the scepter, the wand, the magic wand, the like they said, I'm trying to remember his name. He said that Hollywood was named after the wand that the sorcerer carried. So the sorcerer made the wand out of Hollywood. So they named Hollywood after the sorcerer's wand, which goes all the way back to the cross sticks symbol that the chief carried back in the primordial days of man, which turned into the scepter, which turned into Haru's double axe or a double hammer. It started off as a double axe, which is Shango, and then turned into the double hammer of Vulcan, and turned into the double hammer of Thor. So basically, if you looked at the end game, basically, you saw both symbols of the same thing, which is one was Mjolnir, which was the hammer, and then when Mjolnir was destroyed, it became an axe. And guess what? They made the handle out of it, which was what's his name's limbs, which was a magical tree, right? Which is the Hollywood tree, which is that's where the axe came from a dwarf star, had to be made by a dark dwarf. So basically, these symbols are very old. Oh yeah. But you can't come and walk in lightly with Kendra. Yeah, magic. Magic means the is root. Yeah, transmuting the power of God through a symbol. I know they ain't ready. But the thing is, if they follow it, if they get ready. I just because I just went over that. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. See if I can find it. Number one. See if I can find it. And if I can find it, I'll show it to you. It's one of the basic things. I'll show it to you. But and then after this, I'm gonna go. But I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, and then I'll go. See that? This is the original symbol with the three cross sticks. That was the original wand or symbol held by the chief of the tribe, right? Three cross sticks, right? So that represented a representation of God's power, right? And then it morphed into this. They reoriented the three cross sticks. And then it became a hammer and then an axe. The axe is actually the last part, but the god of the double hammer, which is, we'll go into that later. And the god of the double axe. The double hammer is actually Horu and Set, because God has a twin nature. Same thing with this. This is also the symbol of the cross. You see that symbol of the cross and God in the middle. Okay, so this is the orientation of it. So if you ever look at a fairy tale, the cross sticks are actually higher and it looks like sparkles, but this is the symbol. And this symbol goes back. They say this symbol goes back like 250,000 years or so. But it is. But the thing is, it's morphed, but into a different symbol. In fact, I did one of my videos actually did compared. That's still with us. What's his name? Harry Potter. Harry Potter is actually a divine. If you understand esoteric wisdom, Harry Potter is Khnum, the divine Potter. Yeah, the cross. In other words, that the cross is the power of God, or it could be the judgment of God. If you think about it, Moses, what did Moses carry the power of God through? What was his symbol? How did he project the power of God? Anyway. Yeah, well, the plumb line is 80,000 years old, but it goes even further back than that. Anyway, we have a female that has an issue, and we'll ask since we have females coming from Olivia's camp. Ask Olivia about the cross sticks and its representation with Thor and Shango and Vulcan. Yeah, the staff. The staff is the stick, right? Projected is projected. Actually, I just did it. I think it was my last Patreon video on Church Ward's book. I just did it and explained it. He actually explained where it comes from. And if you actually notice the symbols and where the root is, then every time you see that particular symbol, you understand what it represents. I appreciate it. Livia the Oracle, I do believe her name. Yeah, Ten Commandments and nope. Semen. There you go. Semen. When Moses went in front of Pharaoh before he got the Ten Commandments, what did he project power with? Semen. Semen, answer me. Answer me. What did Moses project power with before he got when he was in front of Pharaoh? No, no, don't help him. Y'all helping him. Y'all helping him. The staff. What did I just show? What did I just say, C man? Or were you listening? All right. You know what? That's the funny thing, man. Um, but I guess that's amongst men. Boys raise your hand and they shout out, and it doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. They call out. That's what But that's male behavior. If you were listening, why did you say the Ten Commandments? Do you know your biblical history, C man? How can we help black men? Help black boys? Everybody knows how you can help black men. I mean, I don't have to. Why do people come on? How can we help black men? You have all kinds of plans and books on how to help black men, but nobody's going to do it. It's not a matter of how can we. Everybody knows. How many movies and videos have you seen with Moses, Seaman? Do you remember the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston? Do you remember that? What I'm saying is, thing is that you're asking me that question. How what do you think? What do you think about helping black men? What do you think? Because the thing is, what bothers me is that black women don't know how to help their own men. You're always asking questions. That means you never considered that black men were worth helping. That's what it means to me. We see it in the news every day. That means you don't think, that's what bothers me. That's in my old age, that's what's getting me upset. That's what's getting me bitter is that black women don't that see the problem, have been seeing the problem for hundreds of years, and they keep asking, how can we help black men? That means you never even thought about it. Kelsey Simone, you never even thought about it. You never even thought about that black. No, you don't want to help because you never thought about it before. Why are you thinking about it now? Why are you thinking about it now? What makes now the point where you think about helping black men or black males, period? Why now? No, 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 no. Why now? I want to hear from you. I've said it many, many times. I want to hear from you. You can ask me all day. I got thousands of answers. I want to hear from you. Why are you concerned now? Or why I want to hear? No, no, she can be here. Well, I want to know why you want to help them all of a sudden. Because I'm sure you're not a teenager. I'm sure you're a grown woman, at least in the mid-20s. Why you think about it now? You've been seeing black men suffer for all your life. Why you think about it now? Yeah, I know it is. Stop it. I'm not gonna bring her on the panel. Bring her on the panel for what? She can answer. She don't have an answer. Nah, she might want the D. I don't know. I want to know why. Why you think about it now? It probably is running out, but I want to know why she's thinking about it now. Nah, I don't think they want it. Man, I'm too old, man. I am too old. What would a 6-year-old do with a young woman? Other than maybe once or twice a week. That's it, man. And I was young, man. When I was in my 20s, yeah, of course, I need 2 or 3 of them when I was younger. I'm older, man. I it basically, the other 5 days would be wasted. Yeah, I could bang her. Yeah, but hell, the other 5 days would be wasted. She got to go find. She got to go find another dude to pick up the slack. Okay, it's like buying buying a supersized meal, man, and all you eat is the fries. It's waste. Oh, the first is coming. You ain't all ain't shit. Uh, Black men could have as much sex as they really want to because black women giving up as much sex as black men can handle. It's just black men don't. I think really what's going on is a lot of guys don't want to go through the headache. If all you just wanted is sex and you just indiscriminate, you could have sex around the clock. I think millennials a lot more. I dare to say it. Millennials probably have higher standards than the boomers and Xers did. I dare to say it. They do have higher standards. I will admit that. I'm, you know, I have no problem with women coming on board helping black men. But why you're asking me? The thing is, you never thought about it. Yeah, you could Google helping black men, and you get 10,000 answers. No, they don't have game. No, they don't have game. That is very true. They do not have game. But the thing is, they do have higher standards. That's one thing I will give. If all the millennials that are listening, all the millennials that are listening, I'm going to admit it right now. Okay. One thing that I do know that will give you guys 100% credit for is that millennial black men do have higher standards than previous generations across the board. About single mothers, about out of shape women. They don't have the same standards that we did because basically, I could tell you, black men didn't used to have any, and so at least the millennials have some semblance of standards. They will sit on there. They will practice semen retention and not have sex rather than deal with a substandard woman. They do have standards. I can say that. Anyway, I've been on here long enough. Are you not entertained? Yeah, you guys I will say that. So all you millennials who usually get mad at me, say I never praise you for anything. Guess what I'm doing? I'm giving you your props. You cannot say that millennial men have lower standards than the previous generations of men. They do not. They actually have higher standards. Sometimes it works to their detriment. No, 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 no loving, no loving for 300-pound women. Now they're actually really, really strict. That's like J3 says thank you. I mean, it's true. And it is true. Because I talked to him, oh man, how come you don't have sex, man? You get sex all, oh man, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm not dating strags or fat chicks or out of shape chicks and not chicks, not cute. I said, damn, y'all got some high standards, man. Y'all got some high ass standards, man. Sometimes too high, man. I said, damn. Sometimes y'all have higher standards than the women. So, because like I say, you just can't run out and find a chick and bang and get it off your chin. Now, hell no, I'm not messing with that. If I can't have what I want, I'm not budging. I said, hey, maybe there is some light in the tunnel after all. Maybe the black millennial men are tired of being the garbage men of the nation. Can't be sullied. Y'all ain't shit. Anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. Uh, this is a Manchurian candidate. I'm BGS, the friendly force ghost, or the unfriendly force ghost. Oh, okay, but the fat women have to have big, big tits. You know what? That is they were always an exception. Yeah, they are. They are. I think they've been taught better. That's one thing that they have been taught better. They have been one thing millennials have been taught to do is respect themselves, have a higher self-esteem than past generations, and sometimes that works against them. Sometimes that works against them. It gets on everybody's nerves because they think their self-esteem is so high. It's like, okay, man, hey, your works are down here, but your esteem about what you think yourself is way up here. Those two things don't match. Okay. Sometimes somewhere along the line, you got to align the two. So that's the only problem I have with millennials is that they think they're better and smarter than they actually are. but as far as mating about their standards, you know what, I can't knock them when they said they don't date single mothers or they don't wife up single mothers, and they give me the reasons why. You know what, I had to back up and say, you know what, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. I keep on force choking them. Anyway, man, this is just a troll hangout, man. I didn't want to go on too long. Last questions before I roll out. Last question before I roll out. Real quick. All right, appreciate it. But you do want a grandchild. Well, you got to get busy, man. You're gonna have to suck it up and roll the dice. You got to suck it up and roll the dice. I got 4 now. My son just had another one, so or he fundicated another one. So I have 4. So there's one more. Lesser evil, is it a trap? Lesser evil is always a choice. So you got to decide. Lesser two evils has always been there, and do you choose the lesser of two evils? And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have to blow up the whole thing. But a lot of times you don't have a choice. You have to pick the lesser of two evils. It is what it is. Do I still do? Will I still do Saturday hangouts? I don't know. I didn't want to do the last one. I don't know. Um, for my Patreons, I'm probably gonna do a hangout for you probably tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'll actually put in my community page because I haven't done one for you guys. So I'm gonna do a hangout for my patrons. It's only like a couple hours, probably on Wednesday, something like that. So look for that. Saturdays are rough, man. I have to see. Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, that's a trend amongst all people, not just men. Although I got there's some interesting stuff um, about men and childbirth and stuff like that. I haven't, it's not even a theory. I'm just curious about because there's a couple things that popped up. I'll put that in my Patreon. Okay, well, you know what, Dart? If you do the Saturday hangout, announce it, and I will put it up in the community page. I think well, Art will do it, or Art will do it, or I think Hostile Adept he put it up. I don't know what the in fact, if you want the origin of the term Maggle, go to go. I think Kendra just did it. So go to the Crimson Cure. Her last video, her last stream, she actually broke down the term of Maggle. So if you want to understand Maggle, go to her stream because she just did it. Because Maggles are supposed to be AIDS drags, so that's a Maggle. But she just broke down the term. So if you want to know about that, go to her page, and she just did it. Yeah, he had another one. Or if Angry Man wants to do it, man, there is no there is no copyright on a BGS stream. Okay, so anybody can do it. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna jump off of here, and I will see you guys later. Yeah, well, all you gotta do is get over your shyness and just get in, Reginald. I don't know what about you artistic types, man. Y'all don't like to be y'all like to perform, but you guys don't like to be in public. It's just, yeah. There it is. Maggle equals flying monkey. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it is the male version of for Soldier for Strags. Yeah. But Kendra just broke it down. I think he is because I know performers like, especially bass players. Bass players tend to be shy. Bass players don't tend to be the kind of guy that stand out. If the lead guitarists are normally prima donnas, but bass players tend to want to be in the background. And I think Reginald's a bass player. So I know a couple of guys, well, two or three guys that are bass players, and they tend to want to stay in the background. Anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. And Olivia, you had 72, I had 365. So so there. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.